right, let's see. Hey y'all, welcome. Make sure y'all hit the thumbs up button as y'all come in. It is greatly appreciated. We're gonna get into this in a few minutes. I'm just doing some little stuff I gotta do at the beginning of my lives. How y'all doing? I hope everybody is staying warm.
It's a little nippy outside. A little nippy.
Mm-hmm. Hit the thumbs up button as y'all come in. It is free and don't cost you nothing. If you're watching on your TV, you can still hit the thumbs up button. I'm about done right here. All right. All right, y'all. So, oh yeah, we already 2 minutes and 54 seconds in. So y'all see the title. And you know, a lot of people take what I say and they take it like it's harsh or you shouldn't say that. I'm going to speak my mind and I'm going to only explain it once from here on out. I don't mean nothing in a bad way to make people feel bad or anything like that. But the truth is the truth. When I say people make me sick, I mean that to a certain extent. Okay? And I mean that in the way of they don't listen or use their common sense. So wrapped up in the world that you can't even see things to take care of to take care of yourself. Now, yesterday live screen, I touched on this a little bit where I talked to y'all about those wildfires. Everybody got their opinion, but I watch stuff and I don't always say things right off bat. You know, I'm an open book. I talk. That don't mean I give all my information or all my thoughts. I don't. I have been watching the live streams for the wildfires that's going on in California. And in those chats, what a lot of people is not paying attention to, you're not paying attention to the chats for the ones that's on there. I feel like law enforcement and people like that should be monitoring the chats. You can easily find out if it's a troll or if it's not. Last night they showing the damage that the fire has done or whatnot, and you got people in the chat saying Gaza, or they're saying it was Russia, or they're saying punishment. They're literally saying punishment, and they're all foreign names. Okay, like in other countries, they're saying punishment. I really do believe that those fires, now this is just my opinion, was set intentionally. I do. And this is why. Yesterday, they arrested a man that was in a neighborhood, in I think it was Eaton, in California, with a commercial sized blowtorch, trying to set the neighborhood on fire. Look it up. The neighbors, one neighbor went and confronted him, and it shows him trying to tell the neighbor to go, but he has it in his hand. And some more neighbors heard what was going on, came outside, and they all was able to apprehend him until the police came. I think they zip tied him with, I think they handcuffed him or something with zip ties or something. Now, from the picture, he looks foreign to me. They don't know if he has any connection with the Eaton fire that's going on. But he was caught trying to set some garbage cans on fire in a neighborhood with a commercial sized blowtorch. Now, if you ask me, you look at all the things that's the one on since New Year Eve. You ask me, it's a whole group of them that's done got together. If one is killed, if one is put in jail, another one comes out and doing some work. It's too many attacks that has happened. Those drones was over California a couple weeks ago. They kept saying those drones, kept saying them. You got the man that did the stuff in New Orleans. You got the Tesla explosion. You got different things that's been going. Now you got these fires that's not understand Amherst, the wind is blowing. But these people know. Talking about right now it's an accident. No. You got 5 or 6 different fires going on, different places. And now this man that got caught, you got to look it up, y'all. It's a video of it. Yesterday was caught with a big commercial sized blowtorch. He was on a bicycle. He got off the bicycle and was trying to set some garbage cans on fire in a neighborhood. I think it's Eaton. So if you, and then in those comments, go on YouTube when you get a chance and go find the lives that's showing what's going on with the fires. Those comments is telling you a lot of those comments. Some of them is trolls, but some of them has their names is of a foreign, and they're saying it's punishment. And then they're saying Gaza and all this other. They even naming out other states that's next. I saw when there were one kept saying Texas was next. It's like right in front of your face. Now, this is where I say people makes me sick. And I'm saying this out of love for the human beings. So many people doing interviews. We don't have this. I was only able to grab my purse. Where is your bug out bag? Where is your bag with your copy of your birth certificate? Everybody's in the house, your social security card, any information, any medical stuff. Where is that bag that should have had copies of it put off in that bag with some vinyls, some water, and whatever else you need? And if you was able to grab your pocketbook, you should have been able to grab that backpack that had everything you need in it. But now I was only able to grab my favorite purse. We don't have no money. And then talking about they contacted the insurance company, and the insurance company is saying we'll contact you back, and they're not calling back and all that. Like, and now they're saying please donate. And even in the live chat, people, every time the station will say donate, those same accounts is saying don't donate. And they're all foreign. Well, most of them that's saying like getting down like that are foreign. So my thing is, we worry about celebrating this, going to party harder here, going to do it, living a certain way. The people that's got them $1 million homes, pretty sure they got money. They probably up in a hotel somewhere or at friends or something like that. Yes, they lost their personal stuff. That is still bad. But you got people that ain't rich, okay, and they lost everything. This is another lesson. Stop living the expensive life. Why people won't simplify their life? For the people that's got money, you done bought all this expensive jewelry and stuff. It got burned right with everything else. Wasted money. Wasted is material stuff. It's wasted money. Because anything like that can happen, like it did. The people that do not have anything, I guarantee you, they done came across videos telling them to prep and they looked over it. I had people calling my channel unhinged. They crazy. They crazy. No, joke's on you. You are. You are. Because you're not doing anything to help out yourself. Instead, sitting up, doing everything else in the world. If something like that happened, ask yourself, you may not never admit it, do I have a bug out bag with at least the essential things in it? What do my car trunk have a little bitty tote bin that has water, medicine, toilet paper, maybe an extra pair of drawers, something? Because those are things you can put in it and push it to the back and keep it in your car. Some people was able to take their cars up out of there. So if you was able to do that, you should have had your backpack. Your car already had food, water, everything in it, in a bin, and drive on up out of there. And you ain't worried about, I don't have this and I don't have that, to a certain extent. At least get you a couple of days. Them people in the same, I'm going to be honest with you. Like it or not, I only can be myself and be down. Them people in the same drawers that they had to run out of there with. I done told you, even in your bug out bag, get your extra pair, a couple of an extra pack of underwear, men and women. Put them in your backpack. At least you can wash yourself up and change your drawers or something for at least a week. But now you on there hollering, talking about we don't have nothing. And now you're mad with FEMA and other places because they're not responding to you as fast as you would like them to when they got so many other people to deal with. But these are things we can do to help ourselves. Women, sanitary napkins, things like that. The last thing you need to do is be in a situation and stress calls you to come on your monthly flow and you don't have what you need. These are things that's important that you should be stocking up on, putting it on a tote, putting it in your vehicle, or making sure it is in a backpack ready to go. If you got teenage kids in the house, they should have a backpack that they can carry too. That's more items for you. Anybody that's able to carry a backpack should have one ready with stuff for people in that house. All my kids have a backpack. Grab your backpack, let's go. At least I know food, water, underwear, personal items, and everything like that is in it. Even got little baggies of the little personal size shampoo and conditioner, little personal size body wash, little personal size deodorant. The last thing you want to be is in an emergency situation. You had to leave and you funky. No, not if you ain't got to. Not if you ain't got to. And this is stuff you can get a little bit at a time, but make sure it's quick. At this point, you done had time to get it a little bit at a time. But now you don't know what's going to come from one thing because they done already started 2025 for the U.S. They done already started that out just like, let's get it. And I constantly said, these people are already upset with things that's been going on. People been sticking their nose and stuff. And, and it's just like a little bit at a time. But it's causing a lot of damage. It really is. And that's what I mean, because I don't understand why people can't do something that simple. That simple. You know you need it. I saw a little boy was on there talking about we don't have no food. We don't have nothing. And I done told you what really got me, my granny told me. She said, Tink, most of y'all know my family called me Tink, but my nickname is Tinkerbell. So they'll say her exact words was like, Tink, the last thing you need is for your children to look at you and say, Mama, I'm hungry. And there is nothing you can do about it. She's always say you keep food, you keep water, and you keep a bug out bag ready. She said you keep a tote in that vehicle with blankets and stuff unless you have to leave and you get broke down and it's cold or somebody is hurt and they, even in the summertime, a person that get hurt bad, you have to put stuff on them to keep them warm if they're bleeding or something. So year-round blankets needs to be in a bin or something in your vehicle. But she always told, when I saw this child on there giving that interview saying they don't have food or anything, that almost broke me down because the parent should have had the sense to make sure that I don't care if it's just a backpack full of peanut butter crackers and some water. That child didn't have nothing to eat. This woman talking about she has no money. No money at all. But you got the Dollar Tree that you can get a lot of stuff from for $1.25. And I guarantee you, money has been spent in areas that did not need be, that could have went on something important if you know your money is funny anyway. Like I say, then they get on the TV and they put up a pitiful mouth, and it's just like, do I feel sorry for you or do I not? With me, I'm going to feel sorry anyway. That's just who I am. But at the same time, I'm saying, dang, come on. You got to help yourself in some type of way. All of us that's not dealing with this fire and stuff in these other states is sitting back watching. What you gonna do? Wait till somebody act a fool and do something in your state and you gotta leave? Or wait for something to happen and everything is shut down? It's always better to be safe than sorry. But people don't listen. They want to talk about you. They want to do all this stuff. When some go around, they want somebody to feel sorry for them. This is something we all needs to be doing. All of us. If you ain't got no printer at home, you can spend a few minutes going to your local library and getting your stuff printed off, making copies of it so you can have it. Those are things you're going to need to help identify you, so you can get some type of assistance a little quicker. A copy of your driver license or your identification card, your passport needs, and you need a copy of that. Multiple copies of that. It ain't nothing but a few cents if you got to go to the library and get it. Your birth certificate and everybody else's it needs to be a copy of that. Your social security card, a copy of that. Because what happening is, a lot of people that left and all that stuff, now they got a request for that stuff, which is going to take even longer. I mean, this is the things that needs to be done that's important, instead of a lot of stuff that's being done that ain't going to serve you no good. Having this, having that, so you can go show off to the Joneses and all this, and you may have to leave all that stuff, and like over there, it got burned to the ground, and you don't have a bag or ID or nothing. This is serious. People have lost their lives. Like, and you got so many people, oh, you know about the fire that's going on, and it ain't clicking. They had to leave. So yeah. Yeah, Northern Dame, they are. They are. And that's why I say I still feel like they were set. I do. That's my opinion. I feel like they were set. I feel like they were set. And then, like I said, I'm even more feeling that way because of the man that was caught with the blowtorch yesterday in another neighborhood trying to set a fire in people garbage cans. Whole big, y'all gotta look up that whole big um blowtorch, the commercial size one. And when I look at it and the events that has happened, I feel like there's a group out there that has been meeting and coming together and then already planned out different things they gonna do, and they are sacrificing themselves. That's what I believe. Yes, yes, they did. There was on one of those news things yesterday. They caught a man in, I think, Eaton. They don't know if he's in connection with the Eaton fire, but over there in Cali, he went into a neighborhood with a blowtorch and was caught trying to set the garbage cans on fire. It's already dry, and so that one little thing is yeah. So it's like, come on, people, we got to do better. I don't care if you like me, can't stand my guts. At the same time, I don't want nothing to happen to you. I don't want nothing to happen to nobody. And if I always say, I'd rather live in some type of, be comfortable just a little bit in an emergency situation, just by knowing that I tried and I have some things. Because if you had a bug, if somebody had a bug out bad, like that lady that says she has nothing, you know how much she would have. Food trucks came and was giving out food. A lady, a citizen, she had made big old things of chicken noodle soup, and she had red Solo cups, and she was issuing out free soup to people. You know how much relief it would be if they had a backpack with peanut butter crackers, Viennas, maybe some pottage meat in that, and at that point, potty meat and um whatever else, little fruit snacks or some whatever else, and some water. You could go to the Dollar Tree and get a lot of little things that could go off in a food backpack. And that's what I'm saying. If you got multiple people in your house, say, hey, if something happened, you're going to grab this black backpack. You're going to grab this one. Okay, the black one got food in it. Okay. You're going to grab this one. This got our personal care stuff in it. You're going to grab this one because this got our important information in it. Then if you got multiple people in your house that's not toddlers or anything that able to handle a backpack, everybody needs to have it with different stuff. You could take a small backpack and fill it up with food. The goal is keeping everybody together, not to lose nobody. So you're going to have everybody, when you get to that location, wherever they have you going to, you're going to have that stuff with you. But sitting around here doing all this other nonsense and all this and ain't doing nothing for you, I understand. Live your life, don't live in fear and all that, but you got to have your priorities right before you can go do all this other stuff. And that's exactly what happened. People was able to grab their purses. That should have been your backpack. Your purse and your backpack. 9 times out of 10, it will not cost you nothing to go get a $5 bin with a little lid on it and put some extra bottles of water. That stuff you ain't got to tote. As long as you in your vehicle, you have food and water. Simple as that. Simple as that. So call me crazy, call me whatever these people want to call me, because I'm talking about stuff like this. Call me crazy, call me whatever you want. But at the end of the day, make sure you got yourself together, because I guarantee you, a lot of people don't have what I just named. Don't have, and got kids. That's what makes it so crazy. You got kids. I don't care if your kids 18, 19, 20. They are still your kids. You still responsible for them because I told you 18, 19, they ain't grown. That's only society. So you got to look at, you still got a responsibility for a long time. They still your kids. They will forever be your kids. I don't care how old they are. But I say that because somebody will come in and say, well, your daughter 18, she grown. No, society says she grown. She not grown. She grown enough to be put in the system and have a little responsibility. She's not grown. That's what the world wants you to think. No, she's still my responsibility. She's still, especially under 21. You can't go in there and buy certain stuff. You can't go buy anything you want because of your age. You're not grown. I know in some countries, kids is not to leave home to 25. This is the mess that's being said over here. To have a reason to charge you if you do something wrong and throw you in prison at 18. So we still have a responsibility. We have a 15 hold up, 14, 15, and 18-year-old. We still have children in this house that they can't do nothing for themselves. Well, far as going out there and buying stuff, this, that, and the other, and that's not their responsibility. It's our responsibility. It's your responsibility. If you have kids, if you have an elderly person or a disabled person, it is your responsibility. Right there, not it takes time, a few years beyond 18. Exactly. And I can say that because I thought at 18 I was grown. And I learned my lesson. And no. Hold on. A place for her. Thank you for the super chat, honey. I appreciate it. You didn't have to, but you did. Thank you so much, honey. I really appreciate that. Let's see. I think Oronde got a couple things he gonna talk on. Let me get some of y'all comments because I do want y'all to be able to, interact and talk, and then we're gonna turn it over to the mister because I think I done fussed enough, but I fussed out of love, and like I say, I don't care who like me or not. At the end of the day, I don't want to see nobody down. I want all of us to be able to, if you stand over there and I roll my eyes at you like I can't stand you, but then I'm happy that you got that backpack and you got you something in it and you can keep on going. If I can help you and you're in my presence, I will. Then I go back to. No, I'm just playing, y'all. Just playing. But y'all know it be that way sometimes. That's just how I am. That is just how I am. It's like, gotta help ourselves. All right, let's see. Honeybees and veggies. Hey, King Kush. Hey, Northern Dame. Hey, Diane Wynn. King Kush, Northern Dame. Okay, Unnecessary Voice. Hey, just trying to go down and see. Trying to make people think it's a natural disaster. It is intentional. Yes, I feel the same way. Honeybees and veggies. It was Cybertruck Tesla made. Vienna's, yes, honey. Look, I don't want all that processed stuff, but in a bug out situation where you gotta leave your home, I do feel like processed foods, cakes, cookies, whatever you could get, because that type of stuff, it's quick. You can eat a lot of it out the can, and at that point, if you gotta leave your home, it's a bad situation. So you can put that stuff, let that stuff be the main thing you put in your backpack. And if you have to shelter and place at home, make sure your food pantry is more of a healthy situation, okay? But on an emergency situation where you got to go, you better throw that potty meat, that Viennas, all that stuff in there. If you got to put some Pop-Tarts in there or something long, if you're a diabetic or something, don't do that. Try to stick to more healthy because you don't want that blood sugar going up. and you had to leave home something, you sure don't want it to go down. All right. So keep that in mind. But at this point, they need just about anything they could get if they don't have an issue. Let's see. You've been telling people to be prepared. Shake my head. They didn't listen. Now what? Yeah. You talking about not all will receive the truth of the message. Just keep sharing and being that example. I love you. Listen, love you too, honey. Thank you. Unnecessary voice. Hey, Rodriguez Perry. What's up? What's up? What's up? Clara, I try to always keep a set of clothes for the season in my clothes for the season in my car. Yes, yes. And I know back home, I can't speak nowhere else. And I'm gonna talk for the people there because some of y'all been telling you y'all close to my neck of the woods. That's why I constantly say where I'm from. I'm from Crystal Springs, Mississippi. Okay, about 10 minutes from Jackson, and I lived in Jackson. When I turned 18, I thought I was grown and got on my own and moved my tail to Jackson. And but anyway, I say that to say this. There are some stores I don't know if they're closed, but in that area, I think Jackson had one too. It was dirt cheap, called Dirt Cheap. Now, I'm pretty sure there are some off-side stores, maybe like a Maxway or Roses or something that may be closer. But Dirt Cheap, my granny used to get these. They never been worn. None. She was very, very on being clean and clean, clean, clean. That's probably where I get it from. Besides the OCD, but very about cleanliness. Okay, so they wasn't used or anything. It was like clothes that had a issue, like maybe the stitch was off or something like that. They would send it to this store and they would sell it for very, very cheap. A lot of the underwear that had like a little sewing problem, brand spanking new. Nobody never owned it or nothing like that. It was just a manufacturer little hiccup here, and they couldn't sell it in the stores like that. So they would send it to Dirt Cheap. It used to be rolled up with a like tape. You could get it for a little on that. That's where we would get our underwear and stuff to go in our bug out bag. A lot cheaper. You check out those type of stores. They be like marked down like Roses. Don't Roses be having like undergarments like marked down like you get a pack of Hanes, but they be very cheap sometimes. So you can find stuff like that to have though, because I mean you already going through it. Cleanliness gonna help you out a lot mentally. Okay, a lot of cleansing wipes and stuff you may need. Like I say, women, sanitary napkins, whatever it is you use. And like I say, it's life. Everybody on here know that a woman at some point, go through things monthly and this, that, or you already know that. You don't have to know when, but you know that. So it's just life. It ain't nothing to be shame or shy about or nothing. It's life. And that's what we all have to go through. And you know that you need to make sure you have those things. Because see, a man ain't got to worry about that. He can just go and hit some hot spots and put on some boxers, and that's it. That's just being real with you. Women, we have to do a little extra. Okay, you may want to make sure that if with females in your house, you have enough in those bags to make sure it can sustain you in certain situations. Okay, besides the food and emergency stuff, you should be able to sit a little bit more comfortable inside a shelter or whatever they have set up for people depending on the disaster. You should be able to sit there a little comfortable. Long y'all got y'all backpacks, put them backpacks on and take them strings at the bottom and tie them around your waist in the front. That way can't nobody come and just snatch it and take off. You gotta watch that because people gonna want to know what you got in your backpack. Make sure them backpacks is on you, and then that little string that come down at the bottom that you can adjust the straps of it, tied around your waist. Tied around your waist. Okay. I just want that came to my head. Just want to let you know because it's crazy. Let's see. Oh, hey, curly girl. I got copies of mine and children. Yes, got to be raising fast. I heard of that. Um, Here, the outsiders are coming into those areas looting. Yeah, And I'm trying to figure out, well, maybe the areas that's been evacuated and the fire ain't reached them yet, but close. Maybe they come, because I'm trying to figure out what is they looting from the area that what is they looting from the area that's the burnt down. And I'm gonna tell you something. I saw last night something didn't sit right, and I didn't see nobody in the comments bring this to the attention. The man was standing out there in a town that was burnt down. They showed where it was burnt. Everything, the buildings and stuff were burnt. But what I couldn't understand, where the reporter was standing, that was one of those little houses that they set up, and they put, you could go put books in, like for you, free books, where you can put the books in, and kids or people can come open the little thing and pull out a book and add a book or whatnot. While he was standing there, it wasn't no soot on it, it wasn't burned, and it was showing books was in it and they wasn't touched. I'm like, how did this fire come through this town? It must just went down and burnt half of it, because you showing all this, but right here where you at, ain't nothing burned. Like, this whole little thing is standing here, ain't nothing burned. So I don't know if it was one of them where the ambers, because I do know, well, you know what, it makes sense, because they were saying the ambers would blow and skip 2 or 3 houses and land on another one and burn that one. And so maybe it was doing that, but it was just kind of odd to me. I'm just like, and anytime something got ready to be said that they didn't want nobody to hear, then they skipped to the weather real quick, because it was a live feed. I'm like, okay. And the man stayed up there telling the weather for the longest. They're saying the stuff over and over until it seemed like it was okay to go back to the live feed, to like what was going on. I'm like, yeah, definitely everything is not being told. Um, you're welcome. A place for her, and I said thank you so much for the super chat. Let's see. Their credit cards, yes, all that. How heavy are your bug out bags? It depends, honey, because I got my stuffed angel ones there. We'll, you know what? I'll do a thing and weigh all our bug out bags eventually. I know the ones that me and Oronde would carry has a little weight to them, because they the stuffed angel ones, and those has like the food bars, water, and stuff like that in it. And those are the ones that he will have one, I will have one. So those have a little weight in it. It has all our tools, and things like that. And I've showed the stuffed angel bags. I've showed them maybe 2 or 3 times, but definitely will do it again. That way y'all can see. And then the ones that we make up ourselves, for the kids, but we also have one of those too. So yeah. How are you all doing? Wonderful information. Thank you, Rita. We are doing well. I hope you are doing good. Like Oronde says, sustain. Yep. Hope all is well, Mississippi girl. Yes. Hey, David Corey with Crop. Hey. Now we gotta hit that back. What's up, my boy, hubby? Oh, David Corey with Crockett talking to you. Areas that burnt looters. Yeah. Wildfires don't melt tires on cars and remove all the paint. Watch what you see. Yeah, it's real. So I'm definitely not right. It's wildfire in the winter. Never in my life. But I think it's still hot over there at Cali though. But like I say though, I believe they were set, David. I think they were set. All right, y'all. So caught up with your comments, and I done fussed enough. So I'm gonna give it to Oronde.
How y'all doing? I don't excuse me, I don't have much on this, because I mean the reality of it is what it is. But things I want y'all to look at. I want y'all to look at a narrative that's being pushed by a certain group of people. And that narrative is they're blaming they're blaming how the fire has expanded on the fact that there was not enough white men firefighters. But if you look, and you can do your research on it to see what people are pushing this, um, they're mad because I guess there's a female that's over the fire department, I guess where the first fire actually started. And then some of her staff are women. But I find it funny that this group chose, out of all the things they could have went after when it comes to these wildfires, they chose to pinpoint the fact that there was a female running the fire department. Kind of like the same thing that happened during the election with Secret Service. They tried to blame the females for one of the attempts on the incoming POTUS. Um, and then the other narrative that, America is not. It's like there's an attack on women in leadership going on, but it's only by a certain group. And when you Google it and you see who these people are, it should tickle your soul because is not the black man or the Asian man or the Latin man that's pushing these narratives. Is just one group, entitled individuals. Second thing I want y'all to look at is when it comes to these fires, where are these fires actually happening at? Who are affected by these fires? Yes, there are some everyday people that's affected, but it's the elite. The homes that's getting burned are of some of the richest people in the country. These are rich homes, I guess you say it that way. But if you look at some of the circumstances that these people are going to face, like some of them miraculously prior to this fire losing their home insurance. So who's going to cover that loss? Not the insurance company. The people with money is going to have to cover the loss of their home and all the items within it, because most of those homes, a lot of the stuff in it, they won't be able to recover. So you have to kind of take a step back, and media has a way of trying to make you see one thing so you miss what's actually really happening. And here's another thing to look at. It was California, in the hills in California. California, a state that in the summertime often goes through water droughts and water curfews and all these different things. So it happened, I'm going to say it this way. It happened in a state, in an area that already has a water source issue. And then some people were saying, well, why don't they just get water from the ocean? Because, again, California has a big coast and an abundance of water they can use from the ocean. But that's a question I want you to look up. I won't tell you the answer to that, but there's a reason why they're not grabbing water from the ocean to fight these fires right now. And then you got to watch how, like the wife was telling y'all earlier, the individual that went to an area that wasn't affected and tried to start it there. Was it not spreading fast enough for them?
They want to take the whole thing now, so that's why. Because you look at where those fires is here, here, here. That's somebody that went to different, and when they started it here, they was already on their next destination to the next one. Oh, that one, they already. It's got. I believe it's a group. It's a group that has played, and I'm gonna tell you this. Kind of go off from what I wanted to say it yesterday. Something I never understood. We worried about, and I'm gonna get out because this was yesterday thing, but I'm just gonna say this: we worried about illegal immigrants here doing this, that, and the other. Do y'all not understand? We train foreign people. We train foreign military. We train people that at any given time can snap and go and use our own training against us. I'm gonna tell y'all real quick. It's a little funny quick story. When I first got up here, I got up here in 2008. We got married 2009. So then we was living on base. We was living on base, and I remember he was at work, and I had went to the gas station to the PX on base, and I'm sitting there with the kids. My kids were small. I'm sitting there, and I'm finna get out and pump gas, and I saw the stain pull up, and I'm looking like, and I see foreigners get out. I got my phone. I called him. I said he was at work now. I said something going on. I said I see a lot of foreign people here. They finna do, and he's like, we train them. Come again? You mean to tell me? I never understood that. I never understood that. That's like you got Peter growing up in a home. People with different beliefs that is not Americans, okay? And Peter is a citizen here. You know, they're over here. He grows up. He's a U.S. citizen. But every year they go back to their home in another foreign country, and they, you know, their belief. You can't say just because they're citizens here that their beliefs is not still secretly of their culture or whatever going on. Now, we're not in good standings with their actual culture, but they make that trip back every year to be with family and come back here. Peter grows on up, been taught whatever, been taught his culture, but he's here. Peter joined the military. Peter gets in. He knows almost everything there needs to know. And then little Peter just snaps. In this case, they done came over here to get trained. And you worried about illegal immigrants that want a better life. Most of them want a better life, trying to take care of their family. And you done trained a whole foreign army to know your skills. That don't make sense to me. I know you can't do nothing about it. You don't make the rules. But that don't make sense to me though. It does not make sense. Like, it don't make sense. The guy with the New Orleans stuff, when he looked for, he had a name that was foreign. He had foreign ties, but he served in the U.S. Army. But you worried about Chico, who come over here and out there working and putting them ties up and getting them potatoes out the field to try to make money to send back home to take care of his family and all this. And you sitting up here training. Please tell me where that makes sense. I didn't know what to do, y'all. I was scared because I had never seen. I didn't know that. I thought they had kind of got over here and they were finna do. And I was like, oh Lord, I was scared. And so he said, oh no, that's fine. We train them. Like,
a lot goes on that American people don't know. But I mean,
I can say that, right? I ain't saying nothing crazy. Yeah, I make sure I ain't saying nothing crazy. But yeah, because they
military town, they see it.
Yeah, they yeah. So it's just, I'm like, I just didn't know. I said, oh no, she ain't. She is shutting me out for you to talk. She said, okay, back to your curly girl. That's what I had to say. That's what I had to say. Hmm. All
Um,
these military trains, David. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Love you too, curly girl. But look, honey. Now I know y'all like for the misters to be on here, but this still my channel now. Still my channel. Still my channel. You don't want it to be like a family whole thing, you know. Still my channel. I still gotta be me, guys. Okay, we make it work on him getting the channel. Well, I see, he's like So, mm-hmm. All right, y'all. But yeah, that's what I. I don't even think I didn't stop you from talking, did I? Okay.
the only thing left I have to say is for people to really realize for all those families displaced, where are they going to go? What town are they going to occupy? What hotel are they going to occupy? What gym are they going to occupy? Where are they going to go until the area is secure enough to get back to? And then
Curly girl.
I want y'all to think about this. And it kind of ties into what we talked about yesterday. They want a mass deportation. Who do you think is going to go into the hills? All these areas that's been affected by these fires. Who do you think is going to do the dirty work? When it's time to rebuild, who do you think is going to do the rebuilding? Who going to put that weight on their back? Who is going to charge the cheapest to rebuild those areas? I can tell you it will not be U.S. citizens.
Oh, some are U.S. citizens.
Some will.
No.
Okay, I'll clarify.
They won't be black, white nationalities. They will be other races that's U.S. citizens.
It will not be the rich and the well-off.
And of course, that's because some foreigners are U.S. citizens.
Some are.
So that's why I say
the process of getting it.
Yes, they may, but it won't be all of your. I'm just keep it here. You're black, you're white. There's that. They want to be.
No, there's gonna be some black.
It'll be some, but not as many as we see of other.
It's gonna be the ones they want to push out. That's gonna do the dirty work. Them gonna be the ones cleaning them fields, cleaning the neighborhoods, putting stuff in the dumpsters. And you know it's funny, which is not funny, but they're going to be doing this even knowing that a potential law enforcement agency can show up and take them at a moment's notice. But you know what they still going to do? They still going to put on their boots. They still going to put on their gloves. And they're going to go out there and they're going to help rebuild those towns that's affected by the fires. Mm-hmm. And that's just the reality of it.
And that's the ones they want gone.
And they want them gone. But the take a step back for a second and really ask yourself, for them homes that can't be recovered, there's no helping. There's not a patch job. Where are those people going? Where are those people going to live? And sometimes them homes take 6, 7, 8 months to rebuild. Where are those people that's getting displaced? Where are they going to? Have y'all asked yourself that? They're going to the towns, the neighboring ones. So if you live close to those areas, you can almost expect that you're going to come up on some shortages because they got to live somewhere. So you're already in a place where they say there's a housing crisis. You're already in a space where, you know, prices are going up. And the sad part about it is there's going to be business owners that's going to take advantage of this situation, and they're going to increase prices because they know the demand is there. It's just the reality of it. Every natural disaster, there's somebody that's going to price gouge. There's somebody's going to jump the price of gas. They're going to higher the price of milk. They're going to higher the price of eggs. Your grocery prices are going to go up, and it's not going. And the part I want y'all to understand is they do it knowing that it may get reported, but by the time it's reported, they've already made a whole lot of money, and they're going to pay a small little fine. So if you live in an area close by, you can expect that your prices may go up. It's just the reality of it. And you have to make that decision on whether or not you're ready and you're going to spend the money that you need to ensure that you have what you need, because rest assured, the well off and well connected is going to be okay because they have the money to go and immediately rent a home somewhere else. They have the money to go and purchase groceries that's going to get their family through until they can figure out what's going on. And you're going to run into a supply and demand, as Coletta Tate's put in the chat. Y'all just pay attention to who was affected and where are they now. Pay attention to that.
Who was it? Somebody just said Betty Jeffries. My belief is they getting these places ready for the 15-minute cities. Honey, I ain't know what you was talking about, so I looked it up. That do make sense because California is you. There are certain things you can't have in California, like microwaves and stir. They all about the. That makes sense, and that very well may be. That very well may be. It's so many different things, but I don't think it happened naturally. Mm-mm.
Well, I mean, we just got to pay attention to what's not being said. If you want to really know what's going on in certain circumstances, you have to pay attention to what's not being said, because sometimes what's being said is just a way to gear you away from what they don't want you to see that's right in front of you. Understand this. When the situation happened in North Carolina, in the mountains in North Carolina and South Carolina, Tennessee, Georgia, Virginia, it was certain people that couldn't help themselves. They had to push a certain narrative because the narrative favored what they were trying to get the world to see or the US to see, and it was going to help their political agenda. How many of them received donations from the well off and the well connected? Not many. But now, watch this. In California, most of the ones affected are the well off and the well connected. There are some everyday families that struggle to make ends meet that's affected by these fires. But up in them hills, your everyday American ain't living. It's the well off and well connected. Let's see how much assistance they receive and how fast they receive it. Even though they're in a financial space where they can recover 10 times faster than the people in the mountains in North Carolina. And for the surrounding areas, pay attention to your resources. And that's all I have on that. I don't know if you have anything else for me.
I was letting you talk because Curly Girl just tried to shut me out for you to talk.
That's all I have.
So I'm like, okay. That's all I said. Everything I needed to say. Get to some of the comments. Let's see. Yep, he sure was. Sound like they training the enemy. Let's see, where did I stop? Trying to figure out y'all where I stopped at. Hey PNG, I don't know if I spoke to you. I know I remember seeing you in here and I meant to, but hey, sir, thank you for coming in. David said, leave the world behind. Hey, Cheryl. Let's see. I am under 8 inches of snow and it's still snowing, but MGL is helping me remember the things I need to include in my bug out bag. Probably like a lot of people, I felt like I had time. Yeah, Diane Wynn, honey, please get that stuff in. Please get that stuff in a bag because as we can see, I can't say certain words because if I say what I really want to say, YouTube gonna strike this video, but y'all can kind of read between. I believe this is gonna be an interesting year with these people doing what they've been doing since New Year's Eve. Okay, I'm gonna leave it like that. I mean, it's showing every day. It's something, and when the 20th is it the 20th when he gets on in? When we get our new leader.
Certified.
Sir.
As of 10 o'clock today.
Oh, they did it, Senate. So when we get our new leader in on the 20th, I feel like people is y'all just make sure y'all are prayed up and prepared as much as you can, because you see what's happening, and we 10 days in. We 10 days in, okay? 10 days in. All right, so you see what's happening, okay? So that's all I can say. And we're gonna do much as we can to talk to you about the news and prepping, because I got stuff I got to do myself, and we it's just everybody needs to get on the ball of it, because you may not have to leave home, you may have to stay home, and this is just something. This is life, something we have to do. It's life, and it don't affect. That's what the kind of give you a little ease of mind. It don't just affect one or two people or a class of people. It affects everybody, because look at all them $1 million homes burned to the ground. They high class, they big boys. They this, that, and the other. They got money. It don't affect just one class. It affects all of us, everybody. When stuff like that happen, it can happen to all of us, not just a certain class or a certain group or whatever. So that should be a little bit more ease to the mind when it comes to prepping. It's not just you that have to do it. We all should be doing it. Let's see, Curly Girl. Let's see. Where are my ads? I try to get all y'all comments. I know I can't get all of them, but I try. They already flooding the SIP. Wow. And you know what? And that's gonna be something else. That's gonna be something else we ain't pay attention to. So just say this: something in your area happened, and everybody run to the grocery store, and they pulling food and stuff out. Well, you know what's finna happen with some of these people. Not so much the big rich folks, but some of these people that's been wanting to leave California because it's too expensive and stuff, and haven't been able to. If their homes burnt down, they got to restart anyway. What better time is to relocate to another area? So guess what? Down south, I think it's probably the cheapest out of the West Coast and the East Coast. It will be down south. Would be the cheapest. So those that always said I want to get out, it's so expensive. The first chance, those are people that's probably gonna be like, like here with 2018 when we had Hurricane Florence. A lot of people that came to like help out, they end up moving here, and a lot of people was falsifying their information as if they was residents of, I'm gonna say North Carolina, I'm gonna say Jacksonville, because we got a lot of people that moved here because after Florence. They came down, they started falsifying documents and stuff, saying that they were citizens here and this, that. Some of them got through. Some of them got through and they moved right here. We got a lot of people right here in Jacksonville, North Carolina, that came here due to Florence. All the stuff that was happening. So a lot of people that was already struggling and wanted to get out of there due to the prices and stuff, but that's home to them. That's where they family. And if any of them that's able to get insurance money and stuff, they probably gonna take that money and move to the southern states where it's a cost of living is a little cheaper, and gonna start up there. So you're gonna have even more people that's there. And then if a situation happen, everybody, that's gonna be more food and stuff that take leaves off them shelves real quick in an emergency situation, and you do not want to be out there and all the chaos. And then you have people that's from different areas, different bad parts of different places. They come into these towns, small towns that's been somewhat good, and then when something happened and they go to them stores, they the one causing all the chaos and all. You don't want to be out there in that. So this goes so many different ways and so far out that you have to look at when certain things happens. Okay, I know I want to be in the house. God say the same. Looking at YouTube or the news. YouTube is the everybody watch YouTube now for TV. You can get your news from CNN and stuff right off YouTube live. So, I want to be sitting looking, not being out there dealing with it, okay? Let's see. That who about to that who about to be in the off. Did you know even the grow zone changed? I heard something like that, David Corey with Crop. I heard something about, I didn't go into it, but it's been a couple of weeks now. I heard about the grow zone changing. Those rich people. Honeybees and veggies, yup. I thought either I got banned or you quit your channel, but I see I was unsubscribed. I don't know why. Some people been telling me that, Julie. I had somebody that messaged me yesterday while we was on a live asking me that I blocked them because they can't see their comment, and I did not block that person. I think that was the first time I ever saw that person name, and people have been telling me they've been unsubscribed from my channel. People come and say, where have you been? And I'm like, I've been right here. And they said they was unsubscribed, but they couldn't find me. So that sounds like some shadow banning going on where my channel is being hidden. And I know because I can look at my subscription and see my subscriptions haven't been going up, or they'll drop or something. Now people being unsubscribed, that's something within YouTube. And I don't know what they doing or why they're doing it, but I'm getting a lot of that. But you're gonna know if I block you. You're gonna know by the message you left. Well, now I'm not even blocking people. I'm letting people say whatever they want, long as they ain't being, like very very bad to someone else, because I could care less what people say or do, or the lies they put out or whatever. I could care less. So I just stop. Even you got to do something very drastic for me to block you. So no, I don't even have time to be going down no block list. I said people gonna say whatever they want to say, so I don't be blocking people like that. So I know, and I don't even remember your name, Julie Mayberry. That's not a name I remember, so I know I did not block you under that name. But I am glad you are back. Did you know this is the year of the snake, 2025? The year of the snake. I'm sorry, David. I ain't never heard that term. Have you heard that term? The year of the snake. Curly girl, thank you for the super chat, honey. I appreciate it. You didn't have to, but you did. Thank you so much. Let's see. Hey, Robin Murphy. Tonya, hey. It's written. It's written the big and small. Nice Friday here, and thank you. You too, Northern Dane. They put it in our faces, citizens against them. Texas has the most land. Wow. And I sure saw somebody kept putting in that thing saying Texas next, Texas next. And that shouldn't even be allowed. That should be looked into to see why you're putting that there. Like, and it's like they're right on YouTube. They right on YouTube, right? But it's not being caught. Like, pay attention to some of the live streams and see them people that saying stuff like that, saying Gaza and saying this punishment and this payback and stuff. Those accounts needs to be traced back, because with stuff like that, they could subpoena YouTube and make YouTube give that IP address. And they need to figure out, is it a troll, or if it's somebody that's in connection with this stuff. After Katrina, a lot of folks stayed here afterwards. Yes, Kalita. I'm getting a notification late. I almost missed this live stream. Wow, Danny. See, y'all, I don't know. Y'all, we've been on the ball of doing live streams, so we don't put on a schedule because we just never know which way it's gonna go. But I do feel like some of my stuff is being shadow banned in the way of notifications is not going out. So just check with the channel. I will start back putting up vlogs. So it'll be more like when we talk this stuff, it'll be more in the live streams and then my vlogs, because somebody did message me and was like, when am I gonna have I stopped putting up vlogs? I haven't stopped putting up vlogs, for those of you that actually like my vlogs. But we also will be talking about serious stuff on these live screens. Okay, so just keep on the lookout for that. Okay. So y'all, we've been on here an hour and 14 minutes. I'm not gonna hold y'all too much more longer. We got to start preparing for a winter storm that's supposed to come in about 5 o'clock today. So we're gonna go ahead and get off. I truly think this is judgment. There is nothing under the sun. Look what I did. Maybe, Kayla, maybe. Thank you, Curly Girl. All right, y'all. So we're gonna go ahead and get off here. Also, y'all, up here in the comments, I did pin my link for my garden channel. Make sure y'all go over there. I told y'all I will be creating a playlist over there of like a beginner gardener, so y'all can go and look. I have playlists on here on Mississippi Girl Life for gardening, but refreshing things for everybody that's new and trying to grow food, because I know it's a lot of videos on this channel. but there are gardening playlists on this channel, okay? But I will be starting. I have videos already that needs to go into a playlist over there, but I'm also doing my playlist for what to plant each month. So you already have a January playlist before we get down into the nitty gritty with stuff. I want to get some of the instructional stuff out, give you a little look at what I do. So when I get to it, a lot of people are saying, what soil you use or what this you use or what that you use. I already have videos on it and can say, hey, go look at this video and we can just continue on with our growing. Okay. So that is what I'm working on over there. So if you're not on Amazing Grace Garden, please go and click over there. It's gonna be solely garden. I may bring some things to the kitchen for y'all or whatnot, but it's solely garden and figuring out what we can get out of what divine treasures we can get from Amazing Grace Garden. Okay, so the link is pinned up there if y'all haven't subscribed to that channel. Um, let's see. Keep up the good work. Stay prepared. Thank you, Danny. Thank you. And prepare. You're welcome, Kayla. Honeybees and veggies. Thank you. All right, y'all. So we're gonna go and get off. Y'all be safe. Love y'all, and we'll talk in the next one if it's God's will. Okay. Bye.